It's an official war? It was an official war?
There was just one major problem. That's emu territory.
How do humans lose a war against an animal? We've got guns! Hello YouTube, we're back with more MoreParz reactions. We haven't done these in a few days. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, because it helps me a lot because YouTube is deciding to not push my videos at the moment too much. So please leave a like, leave a comment. Okay, let's watch.
There is a competition in America where they vote on the fattest bear.
Yeah, that sounds like an American thing to do. That sounds very American.
That's right, lads. F the Super Bowl. I'm about to introduce you to the most important American sporting event of the year, Fat Bear Week.
I honestly love that for me.
Hosted by the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska every year from the 23rd to the 30th of September, the public watches as Winnie and Paddington fight it out to see who is the most absolute of units. And this year's highest calorie Kumamane has been crowned.
Oh?
But before that, how the f does Fat Bear Week work?
I don't know, just chunky?
Simple.
Chunky level.
See, the event is held in the lead up to hibernation season. While all of these bears are...
Oh my god. It's just the bears eating themselves full of food and then literally who the chunkiest is. Oh my god.
at the peak of their bulk. Now, while it's running, the park allows the public to view live stream footage from all of their trail cams. These cameras capture all the park's brown bears, allowing us to observe
Oh my god, I love that.
Freddy's fat-ass cousins like we just got a job at f***ing Fazbear Entertainment. Each bear caught on camera is assigned a number and occasionally a name.
No!
We, the people, then vote on the contestants day by day, pitting them against one another in a f***ing single elimination tournament bracket. Determining with our votes which bear most closely resembles a pyro commission until one bear is crowned the victor. Now, you may think this is just some silly little event, but no.
No, this is very serious. You don't get it.
Over the years, there has been fucking voter fraud, a manhunt for a missing hiker, and one year, the trail cams caught one contestant beating to death and eating another bear. But now...
What?
To answer the question you've all been waiting for, the winner of the 2025 Fat Bear Week is 32 Chunk.
Wow.
Winning with a broken jaw. They named that f***er after the render distance you need to load in his entire body at once. There is a...
Oh my god. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the chunkiest on them all? It's my guy 32. By the way.
Australia lost a war to emus.
That sounds very Australian.
But how? How the f*** did we lose an armed conflict with flightless birds?
How?
Well, it all started in 1932 when farmers in Western Australia wanted to grow wheat. There was just one major problem. That's emu territory.
How do humans lose a war against an animal? We've got guns! We have guns! What do you mean?
And emus really like wheat. And coming in at 6 foot tall and 40 kilos in weight, they can eat a lot of it. So when breeding season came around, the emus migrated through the farmland.
Right.
And these poor farmers were overwhelmed by a tyrannid swarm of man-sized poultry, 20,000 emus strong. These feathered tanks then proceeded to completely steamroll through the fences into the fields and started laying waste to the wheat. The farmers attempted to fight back the initial wave with rifle fire, but their efforts were, putting it light,
So they did use guns!
completely useless. This
What?
ginormous L made the farmers pretty bloody angry, so they gathered together and went to the government to ask for help. Sir, 20,000 emus have hit the wheat fields. My mate. And so the government declared the emus enemies of the state and sent in the army to commence the Great Emu War.
It's an official war? It was an official war?
The entire 7th Heavy Artillery Division was deployed to WA, armed with 2 LMGs, 10,000 rounds, and the sole objective to blast anything with feathers. A little bit excessive for an overgrown turkey if you ask me.
Just a little bit. You know what? Not sounds more American!
And upon their first deployment, the army immediately ran into a major problem. Emus are fast.
I am speed.
Really fast, clocking a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour.
What? They're as fast as a freaking, like, car on your normal street road? What?
Which meant that once they opened fire, the emus would immediately bolt out of range of their weapons. But they still took a crack at it.
Okay, snipers should still be able to hit that, right? Bro, you got weapons?
And then immediately stopped when both LMGs jammed after only dropping 12 emus. This embarrassment led the army to retreat and...
They were like, nah, we out, bro. Nah, f this. Nah.
rethink their plan. So a few weeks later they returned, this time mounting the LMGs on trucks in an attempt to run the birds down.
Right.
However, this also didn't work, because after figuring out that those trucks meant they were about to be turned into a KFC family bucket, the emus started leaving scout birds who would warn the flock of the approaching trucks.
No way. No way. What?
Which gave them all enough time to book it before the army even got there.
Huh?
And whenever they did catch the emus, they found out they were kind of... Because emus are mostly feathers, and there's a lot of places you can hit on them without doing any damage, meaning it was taking around 10 bullets for every 1 bird. So after a month of blood, sweat, tears, and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, the army managed to bring down 960. The population was 20,000. This was an issue as, unlike America, our defense budget is not a bottomless pit. So the army had wasted all that money to achieve absolutely fuck all. So the government just kind of built a really long, really shit fence around the farms and called it a day.
Honestly, fair enough.
How the fuck did we lose this? I could have done a better job with a boomerang and a cricket bat.
Bro, what the hell? Humans lost the war against birds. This is an embarrassment for the human race. What the hell? What the hell?
This is the world's most useless fish.
I've seen this picture.
Yeah, mate, that aquatic pancake
It's the flat guy. It's the flat fish. Flat Friday.
is a mola. Found
Mola.
wasting its life in oceans around the world, and a contender for the most dog shit fish build in the 7 seas. You see, these things...
A sunfish, bro. I actually, I don't know, like a month ago, I saw a video, like, on YouTube of a Japanese dude, like, buying a sunfish and then just, like, what do you call it? Filleting it? You know, like, butchering it? It barely had any meat on it, to be fair. Like, you'd expect more meat to come out of this thing. There really wasn't that much meat.
Are huge, measuring at
Holy!
4 meters from fin to fin, and absolutely atomizing the scales at 2,300 kilos, putting it
Yeah, so the guy in the video, he had a young one, a smaller one.
firmly in the same weight class as a fucking F-150.
Holy sh**.
There is,
Wow!
however, a problem with that size. That is all it's good at. It spent every available stat point on being a giant floating satellite
Look at his stupid face.
dish at the cost of spending its life as a useless f***ing punching bag.
How small do you guys think its brain is?
To start with, the thing can't even swim properly. Their fins, specifically their tail, is tiny compared to the rest of their body, which makes them so shit at maneuvering. The only thing they can f***ing eat is jellyfish and plankton, because those don't dodge. Speaking of food, you may have noticed that in all of these photos, its mouth is open. That's because it doesn't f***ing close. God has cursed the f***ing thing to permanently pog. Oh, but evolution is not done f***ing the sunfish yet.
Oh,
Because
whoa,
funnily
whoa.
enough, being the size of the average American meal, while having the defensive capabilities of a Tickle Me Elmo, makes these things perfect targets for predators. Most of the time,
God damn it.
animals just take f***ing bites out of them, realize they taste like shit, and then swim off, leaving a hole in their head, which somehow doesn't kill them.
Like, this image, man. This
You have
image.
any ibuprofen? I got a headache.
That disgusting flavor is probably due to the 50 f***ing parasite species living on its body, but flavor doesn't matter to sea lions,
50 parasites? Ugh.
who will rip their f***ing fins off and play frisbee with them.
What?
And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, they will often swim to the surface to warm themselves up
Okay.
and let birds eat the parasites off of them,
Oh, fair enough.
where they are promptly hit by a boat. Their only saving grace is that they don't process pain because their brain is the size of a testicle.
Bigger than expected. Bigger than expected. I expected even smaller, bro. I expected smaller, actually.
They are blissfully unaware that they spend their entire f***ing life
Colossal.
getting jumped. Like that. Like that.
Oh my
This
god,
is
man. Literal bolts for braids.
This snake can
Oh.
take your arm off.
But he's such a cutie. Why would he do that? Look at him. Little danger noodle. Look at him. What a cutie.
Can take your arm off.
'Tis but a scratch. Scratch? Your arm's off.
Introducing the fer-de-lance, a species of pit viper native to South America and Mexico, with this particular nope rope having quite possibly one of the nastiest f***ing bites in the world.
Oh. Ah.
This is a fairly major problem because this little has the temperament of an eshay at a train station, being incredibly aggressive and extremely territorial.
Both of you give me a wallace in your shoes, bar, otherwise I'll cave your heads in right here, right now, bar.
In fact, this toxic garden hose is such an aggressive little within its range, it makes up an average of 50% of all snake bites. However, despite the huge number of attacks, it's only fatal in 6% of bites.
No.
So why is it such a problem? Just because you live the bite doesn't mean you'll want to. You see, when a fer-de-lance bites you, this massive viper sinks its huge inch-long fangs into your skin and injects you with 2 teaspoons.
Bro. Oh my god. Bro, the way snakes are milked is so... I don't know. It's funny and weird and uncanny.
Of venom. You will at this point notice a little status effect bar appear on the bottom of your screen. Don't worry about that. That's a mystery mouse Cthulhu that'll notice later. Upon being bitten, your blood pressure immediately crashes lower than the stock market, and you start to feel very ill. The bite wound feels like you've been shot in the f***ing leg, you start sweating like someone's looking through your browser history, and then you start puking your guts up. Shortly followed by your collapse into the ground in agony.
Oh.
Now, fer-de-lance venom is hemorrhagic, so while you're having a frat boy moment on the ground, the venom is breaking down the walls of your blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. At the same time, it's seeping into your bloodstream, causing it to thicken and start throwing clots. But hey, you're in luck. You were with a buddy when you got bitten. They rush you to the hospital, and because it's such a common snake bite, they have the anti-venom on hand and administer it immediately, counteracting the venom's effects.
Easy.
There is just one problem. The mystery mouse Cthulhu is still there, because anti-venom is not necromancy. So, all the dead tissue around the bite caused by the blood clots and internal bleeding, still very dead. In fact, it's so dead that it is rotting on your still alive body in a process called necrosis. I can't show you a photo of necrosis because it's genuinely disgusting, but to put it in a term you can understand, the snake applies scarlet rot. Now, so long as that rot's still attached to you, it's gonna spread. So, there's only one way to stop it. Cut it off. This snake can take...
But she's such a cutie. What do you mean? He would never hurt you. Look at him. He'd never hurt you. This is all just propaganda. Next.
Okay, so, as the Aussie animal guy...
Jesus! But you see a kangaroo hopping across the... Jesus!
The Aussie animal guy, I feel like I might owe you an explanation for this one.
Yeah? What?
That is a normal fucking Roo. No, he is not Roosus Christ.
What?
He's not the second coming, and he's not gonna turn your water into wine.
Oh, man.
Alright, he might turn it into VB if you ask nice.
Get that up here.
But if that's the case, how the fuck is he stealing the Son of God's passive? Well, the answer is fucking sand.
I don't like sand.
Yeah, you see, what's far more likely than a Roo being enchanted with water walking is that he's actually running on a sandbar. That is basically just a fancy description for ocean currents piling up a shitload.
I like Jesus Roo more. Why did you have to destroy the mystery? Jesus Roo is more enticing. It's more interesting. Why'd you have to ruin it, man?
Of sand into one place, creating an offshore segment of the water that's not much deeper than a fucking kid's pool. Now, Roos know about sandbars, and they actually very frequently use them as a shortcut to get from A to B to find more food. So, while it looks like Skippy here is stealing Jesus' entire fucking flow, he's actually on a Macca's mish.
Let me get a...
Oh my god, man.
I can fix your fear of snakes with this ridiculous
What is this? He looks like a dookie.
creature. No, that is not a snakeskin sock puppet. That is an actual, real animal on this planet, and it's called the Arabian sandboa.
What? Okay, I get it. He probably hides in sand because he needs to look up to look at his prey. His eyes on top of his head. That's my guess.
And you may be wondering, why does he look like that?
No!
Well, no. As much as it looks like it, God did not design this thing in the Spore Creature Creator after 10 fucking beers. No, it looks like a strand of spaghetti with googly eyes for camouflage. So, I'm going to give you exactly one guess as to where an animal called the Arabian sandboa is found.
Yeah. I wonder. Wowsies. I wonder.
That's right. The deserts of the Arabian Peninsula.
No way.
If you got that wrong, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man.
You stupid.
They're not.
And in order to survive in that air fryer, the sock here needs two things. Food, and not to be turned into food.
Right.
Which is rather hard, considering this is not a fucking
oopsie.
danger
Thank you, chat. Thank you.
noodle, okay? This is a defenseless noodle.
Help me.
It is only
Help me.
15 inches long.
Aw.
It has no venom, and the
Aw.
bite of an old lady with
He's so
out
cute.
her fucking dentures in. So how does it survive? Simple. Digs a fucking hole like a Night 1 Minecraft player. See, they're nocturnal, so during the day, they bury themselves completely in the sand, which allows them to take a nice little nap without getting snatched up by a fucking bird. Then, once night falls, those fuck-ass eyeballs finally serve a purpose beyond looking ridiculous. And that purpose is to sit just above the sand like a
There it
submarine
is.
periscope and scan for food.
Knew it, man. I'm so good.
They then just wait for a mouse or lizard to get
Lizard.
close before this vicious creature pops out of the sand like the worms from June and eats it. I'm sorry, I find the idea of this stupid fucking snake killing anything so funny. Like, just imagine the last fucking thing you see before ascending to the pearly gates is fucking that.
Unlucky, man. At that point, you probably just deserved it.
Look at the top top of his head.
I can fix the Kraken. Is a
Kraken?
real animal. Just
Oh. What?
not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they assume that a bunch of sailors in the oldie times got absolutely shit-faced and ran into a giant squid.
Sure.
And to be fair, that's not a terrible assumption. Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in at 12 meters in length.
I did not know they got that big. Holy.
And 900 kilos
What?
in weight. So the assumption that they saw that shit and rightly assumed sea monster isn't too far-fetched. However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They don't live anywhere near the surface. They live down. Way down.
So what happened?
Owning real estate at a depth of 1,000 meters below sea level.
Nanny squids on Subnautica yet? I haven't gone that deep in Subnautica.
In the Twilight Zone. So if
Whoa.
these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long, tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea?
Yeah.
Well, the answer is whales. But,
What?
Where is the tentacle on a whale?
What?
Well, you see, during breeding season, blue whales reproduce by, conducting a locomotive.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Nah. No. No, right?
On female
No.
whales.
No, right?
And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn. And while waiting in the lobby, in order to stay prepared, the males tend to, raise their gentleman's sausage out of the water and wave it around in the air.
Why?
And the special sausage on a blue whale is around 3 meters long.
What? Yes, this is what you think it is. What?
And 14 inches thick.
Whoa.
So, sailors who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths were, more than likely just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect on their schmeat.
Captain!
Yeah? The Kraken
What the hell? Oh my god.
Komodo dragon
Komodo dragons! They're so cute!
are horror villains.
What? No!
I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest holes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos
Whoa.
and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which
They're so cool!
means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there. Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous.
Oh.
And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom.
Oh.
After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The
Nah, not in the chair, bro. Nah, what do you mean? Wait.
It with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there
Bro.
watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon
To follow
to
it?
track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because
A week goes by? It hunts a week in advance? Bro, speaking of meal prep, holy.
hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching. More
Yeah.
time passes.
More!
That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders,
Okay.
meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold the run for his money. The
No!
infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes.
Another week?
The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot.
Ooh!
And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave. Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive, shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down. Even for me, man, that's fucked. Komodo
Holy. Metal as So they're still cool? It's interesting, isn't it? Like, it's a very interesting way of hunting. They still look cool, okay? They still do look cool, but I wouldn't want to cross its path. Cool, yes. Want them anywhere near me? No, thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Australia's Prime Minister
Yeah.
disappeared.
What? Oh. Okay, goodbye.
No, that is not a joke. This is Harold Holt, the
Okay.
17th Prime Minister of Australia. And when I say he disappeared, I don't mean he retired from public life, never to be heard from again. I mean,
He just disappeared?
we literally fucking lost him midway through his term.
Oh.
That is like the Secret Service losing the fucking president.
Oh.
Let me be clear.
Oh,
Which
okay.
begs a very important question. Fucking how? Well, you see, Holt was elected Prime Minister in 1966. And
Okay.
one of the most well-known facts about him was that he fucking loved the ocean.
Be free!
Oh man.
Which is why, on December 17th, 1967, while taking a day off from leading Spider Island, Holt convinced his mates to shop for a cheeky swim before they went out to lunch. And so they pulled into Cheviot Beach in Victoria. Now, on that day, the ocean was, putting it lightly, fucked. And so all of Holt's friends warned him that maybe visiting Nemo today was a bad idea.
Was he ever found? Because this seems a little bit too lighthearted for an entire human being just disappearing.
Yeah. Holt responded, and I quote, "I know this beach like the back of my hand." Hopped into the water and started swimming away from the shore. And he kept swimming. Further. And further. Yeah, right, mate, that's far enough. You can come back now. Wait, where the f*** is he?
He just left?
Yeah, they completely lost sight of him. Because the Prime Minister was f***ing gone. This caused the leaderless Australian government to themselves and start playing Where's Holto.
I am under the water.
Help me.
Search and rescue teams scoured the coast for weeks and came up with absolutely fucking nothing.
Huh.
Not even a body. The sitting Prime Minister had vanished without a trace.
I mean, it's not very hard to assume what happened.
Some conspiracy theorists say he got picked up by a submarine.
Right.
The odds are
Right.
drowned.
Yeah.
But most importantly, with the tragic loss of our nation's Prime Minister at sea, how did we choose to commemorate the man
Yeah.
who was clapped by the ocean? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because we named a fucking swimming pool after him.
But he loved swimming. It makes sense. He loved swimming. Grandpa found Atlantis. He loved swimming. Come on, man. 07 for the dude, man. Oh my god.
Australia.
Oh my god. Okay, one more.
This is the world's
I regret everything!
biggest spider.
Ah!
Why the f is it that big? Introducing Theraphosa blondie, a tarantula surprisingly not native to Australia for once.
Oh,
Found
wow.
on the other tyrannid hive continent, South America. Now,
Right.
let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, this thing is fucking huge.
Yeah. Ba, 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 ba,
Coming in
ba,
at a
ba.
frightening 175 grams in weight and 12 inches in leg span.
Damn, boy!
And those legs are not the only place it's packing inches, because Shelob's cousin here is packing fangs that measure a huge inch in length. For scale,
Oh my god, I just got shivers. Ah! I just got goosebumps. Ah! Jesus Christ! Jesus motherfucking Christ! Lord and Savior, save me!
that is like a 6-foot human packing canines the length of a ruler.
Jesus!
But the important question,
Yeah.
why the is it so big? And the
I mean...
answer is that I have withheld information from you.
Oh.
You see, I introduced this girl by a Latin name. She's much better known as the Goliath bird eater tarantula. That's right, this EDF-sized spider, not unlike me, would fucking kill for some KFC. Literally.
There's a spider that eats birds. Another place to never visit. South America. Off the list. No Australia, no South America. I'm staying right where I am. You can't drag me out of my home.
These bile titans will quite happily hunt birds, remy, frogs, and even
Lizard.
And they do all of this without a fucking web.
What?
Yeah, Goliaths are a pure melee build, hunting by prowling the jungle floor, sensing for movement with incredibly sensitive hairs on their legs. These hairs pick up vibrations in the air, which tell them when something is close. And once they're
That is so cool, but me, man. Oh my god.
spidey sense tells them that Remy's in range,
Whoa!
they fucking jump him, biting him with those daggers they call fangs, and injecting him with
I'm gonna cry.
fucking neurotoxin.
I'm gonna cry.
Can I go 1 week without covering neurotoxin? Of course this thing has it too. You know, I give up. I give up. They then drag their prey back to their burrow and spit up acidic digestive juices in order to suck their prey up through a fucking straw. This is the worst.
One more. It's gonna be a more happy one, right? It's gonna be a better one.
Spiders.
Right? It's another spider!
Scary. But hey, at least they can't get you in the water, right?
No!
Yeah, that nightmare is a fishing spider. Native to the land down under, because of course it fucking is. And you may be wondering why the fuck this thing is pulling a Jesus. Well, you see, fishing spiders have no webs.
Again?
Which means they can't just wait for a fly to clothesline itself when they're hungry. No, when they want to feed, they gotta hop in the ute, drive down to the waterfront, and get ready to do some serious fishing. Now, last I checked, spiders can't just go down to BCF and buy a fishing rod. No, these little guys need to get hands-on. Or, should I say feet? Because they start their hunt by resting their forelegs on the water's surface. These legs are covered in incredibly sensitive hairs, which detect tiny little ripples and vibrations from the water.
So just like the previous one.
Basically giving them their prey's fucking IP address. Not only finding their location, but also doxing what fucking species it is.
What?
Uncooked fish finger located. All that's left to do is, you know, go out and grab him. But, how? Well, no. He's not wearing 4 pairs of Frostwalker boots. Those long legs are also coated in hydrophobic hair. This allows them to put their weight on the water without breaking the surface tension.
I just shook.
This means that when they see their prey, they can simply Jesus towards it at Mach 5 and fucking grab it. Biting it with venomous fangs that inject, you guessed it,
Say the line, Bart.
Neurotoxin.
neurotoxin.
Here it is.
And once it's paralyzed, they drag it back to the shore and have a feed. Ah, wait, this one's too small. We gotta throw him back.
Be free!
Spiders.
Next one is gonna be a cute one, right? I can't end on a spider. I cannot end on a spider.
This bird
it's a
is
bird.
a vampire.
Oh, that's cool.
Introducing the vampire groundfinch,
Oh.
native to the Galapagos Islands, and a great example of the horrifying affronts to the universe that evolution can produce when it decides to do a little trolling.
Right.
Now, you see, at first glance, this is the most boring vampire you can possibly imagine. Coming in at a measly 12 centimeters.
Oh, cute.
And a mere 20 grams in weight.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Rocking a feather pattern I can best describe as a Minecraft dirt block. And
She's cute,
as
though.
it turns out, the bastards that wrote Twilight lied to me because it doesn't even fucking sparkle.
God damn it. Liars.
Another killer, Bill.
So if it's missing fangs, angst, a cape, and the funny accent,
But it's drinking blood, right?
You must bounce on it.
how does it qualify as a vampire? Simple. Drinks a shitload of blood. You see, most birds eat seeds and insects, and while the vampire finch can eat those too, there is a problem. They live on an island, and that island is very small. In fact, they're only found on 2 of the Galapagos Islands, and small islands means a far smaller amount of that food to go around. To the
Right.
point where these finches can't rely on it as their sole source, which for a bird usually isn't a problem, because, you know, they don't need a plane ticket to just f*** off and fly somewhere. However, as the name suggests, the vampire ground finch can't fly for shit.
Oh, it can't fly? No.
So, how do they get their food? They suck it out of someone that can. This, don't laugh, is the Nazca booby.
Wait, what?
Hey, stop giggling back there. Another species of bird native to the islands. They are
Booby.
very strong flyers that feed on fish. They also nest on the islands, which
Okay.
is where our feathery Nosferatu comes to play.
Nosferatu.
You see, when the boobies,
Boobies.
stop giggling, come to roost, the vampire finch will sneak over and hop onto their back.
Okay.
Then, using their razor-sharp beak, they
So they're basically mosquitoes in bird form.
will poke a
But they can't swim. Fly. Sorry. Let me. Yeah.
a very small, borderline painless hole into one of the bird's flight feathers. Once the blood is flowing freely,
Booting!
the vampire finch gorge themselves on it. See, as it turns out, blood is macro-friendly and can
Bro, that looks so gory. Should be fine, right? He showed it, so we can show it, right? Should be. We can't censor it. Oh well.
Considering these things are living creatures, they just make more blood. In essence, giving the vampire finch an infinite food source. In fact, they can get so much blood from these birds. It is
Yeah, KoAlan, let's censor that, just to be sure, okay? Just like blur it. Just blur it.
not uncommon to see multiple finches sucking from the same boobie. I'm sorry, I can't say that shit without cracking up.
Bird Questos. I'm never
God.
setting foot in Australia.
Oh my god, just got his censor what? You'll see. Either way, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Join the Discord. Join the streams. We do a lot more than just react over on the streams. A lot more, and cut this better, okay? I don't know why I'm taking so many breaks to say this, KoAlan. Okay, cool.